Hey guys, part 2 of the video. Hey, what's up? Excuse the poor photography. So I've laid the first base coat colour and then laid the top coat colour, Mazzacel red. And then, well, this is 41V, so this is the first Sol red. But I thought, what the hell, I'll use it up because I had it in cans. No point of it sitting there and going off. Then I've smashed the 2K clear over the top. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to do the best I can. I mean, it is Dutch in here with overspray, and I really need to keep my respirator on. Safety first, guys. Anyway, the gloss on these is sensational. I'll try and get it in the light. So this is the third coat of clear. I think I'm going to leave it here. They look pretty wet. Try and get the camera to focus. There you go. They're pretty wet. They're pretty lush. I think they're going to look beautiful in there against that beautiful manifold. So pretty happy. It's taken me all night to do this. Painting, doing it properly, if you prep everything properly, it's just so time consuming. I hit these with a bit of Scotch-Brite to clean them up. Like I was saying before, acetone, a bit of Prepsol. Beautiful. I mean, look at the top of that. It is just, look at that shine. That is beautiful. So no runs that I've found. I'm not a pro painter. I've just been practicing as I go, you know. Just having a go. I mean, start light. Once you got a few coats on, and you make sure you let it flash off. That's the biggest key to painting, is letting that paint flash off. If you try and put another coat on it when it's still a bit wet, you're going to get runs. Tonight it's pretty warm. It was 37 degrees here in Adelaide today. I reckon it's about 25 now, so it's actually really nice weather, perfect painting weather. My tips are, if you're not a pro painter and you haven't done a lot of it, don't be scared of it. It is only paint. You know, people rave on about having everything done by a pro, blah, blah, blah. Have a go at it. The worst thing you're going to do is stuff it up. Try not to, because it is a pain in the ass to sand back. But hey, I mean, it can be fixed. It's not the end of the world. So I hit these with Scotch-Brite just to scuff them up, scuff the paint up, took any rust off. I didn't even prime them because they were painted. I just dust coated them first with the Mazzacel red base coat, and then hit them with the top coat. And then after that, and I was happy with the colour, I basically smashed the clear over the top. I'm using, just so you can see, Maxi Glaze Protect. So, don't get me wrong, there's better clears out there. This is probably what I'm going to use on the car. It was about, I got mates rates because I know a guy at the shop. This was about $400 for this kit with the hardener. So, got 5 litres there. It's going to be more than enough to do the car. Should only need about 3.5 to 4 litres of clear at worst, 4 litres, to do the whole car with 3 coats. I'm probably going to flow coat it as well when it's done. So basically, if you're not up to date with flow coating, basically you sand the whole, paint the car, do your clear coat, wait a week or 2 for the paint to harden, then basically after that you sand it back with 2000 grit wet sand, and then clean it all up, get all the crap off, make sure you clean the hell out of it, and re-clear it again. And what that does is it goes from a standard paint job to a showroom paint job. The glare on the paint will just be phenomenal. So probably going to do it. It is a lot of stuffing around. You know, in paint shops, they basically, this is finished. They'll do the primer, basically lay your colour on, and hit it with 3 coats of a good quality clear, like what I'm using, and then that's it. So that's why you get a bit of orange peel. So the flow coating, basically, when you sand it back, it removes all the orange peel. You sand it till it's smooth, and then smash your clear over the top, and you end up with a perfect showroom finish. So why not? I'm going to have this car for a long time. I'm not going to sell it. Yeah, I mean, may as well do it right the first time, and that's it. Hopefully these coils last. I mean, they are 30 years old. Let's see how they go. I'll be pretty upset if I have to replace one anytime soon, considering the amount of time it took to get them looking like this. But, you know, I mean, hey, yellow jacket coils? Well, Mazda sold red jacket coils. Yeah, the Nissan coils on the 300ZX are pretty good. I mean, none of the plugs are deteriorated. They're all healthy, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, got me Mercury here. The bottles are stripped dry. The news said that they were going to shut on Wednesday, so, you know, I did panic buy a few cartons. Fuck the beer. You know, sorry, not fuck the beer. Fuck the toilet paper like everyone else. I went to the paint shop before they shut, and the bottle and went to Sprint Auto Parts to buy some car parts because, hey, that's way more important than toilet paper. Probably get rid of this now, it's cleared up. I won't hang around in there too long about the respirator, but I'm not sure if anyone can hear me. So, yeah, I mean, happy with the finish, happy with the end result. Now I just got to let this sucker go off. I'm hoping tomorrow if I'm... Oh, look at that, I've got a run of clear. Ah, bugger. There you go, shows I'm not a pro. But at the end of the day, I did wet these up to something fierce. I'm going to see if I can get that off. You know, with your clear, it's either wet or it's dry. So, a bit of foam there. I'm never going to get rid of that. But where it is, both sides. Tiny little dimples. All the rest's a killer. I just put a little too much on that one. Damn it. Ah, well, it happens. I am just a backyarder after all. Nah, look, I'm not too bad at painting. I mean, my coil covers and everything, my cam covers turned out bloody awesome. It's that wet, I can probably just get some of this off. It's still nice and wet. Look at that, it's just moulding back into place. I will let that go off. Yeah, that got him. Hopefully no more runs down. Focus camera. Yeah, that'll do. You only, you do see that is the top of the coil that we're looking at the moment, which sucks, but I mean, how else do you hang these things? You gotta hang them the way I hung them pretty much. One run. You bugger. But look, I'm not sanding these. Off the gun was the finish, so you got to wet them up. I mean, if you don't wet them up, they look dry, they look awful. Yeah, and I mean, they are a tricky shape to paint because you got to get on every angle and try and get paint into every little crevice, you know, underneath. So I have to turn the gun sideways to get the jet blasting in a straight line underneath. Otherwise, you end up with big dry spots. Yeah, shit happens. What can I say? I mean, if I have to, considering it's only one, I'll see how it dries out. It looks pretty good now that I got rid of that blob. If I have to give this one a light sand and hit it with one more coat of clear, so be it. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, happy days. So if you've got any questions or anything, I'm more than happy to help anyone. Always more than happy to help as much as I can with anyone for any reason. If you've got any questions about paint or you know, prep or pulling stuff apart, or if you've got any questions about the Z that you might be stuck on, I might be able to give you some advice. Let me t-shirt over my face because it is still rather Dutched in here. And I know that 2K paints, they're really not something you want to breathe in. Just be aware of that. They cause cancer. They have all sorts of nasty chemicals in them. I think some of them contain arsenic, which is
you know, as we all know, arsenic is not good. It's rat poison, so don't want to be breathing in all that overspray too much, to be honest. It still stinks in there. Yeah, so that's probably about the end of the video for today, guys. I'm going to reassemble all this, and I'll do another video once I've reassembled it. Once I've done that, got to whack me ECU back in the car. I ended up taking the ECU somewhere to have the EEPROM chip removed and a cradle put in. I was going to do it myself, but then I looked at the proper heat gun that you're meant to use on chips. Basically, it's like a little small soldering iron, and you can control the heat from a little dial. They're about $150, and I was like, if I buy that, I'm going to use it once. I'm never going to use it ever again, and it's going to go in the cupboard. So I ran around a couple places. It ended up costing me $80 to have someone remove the old chip and put the cradle in. So now I can just plug and play basically with chips if I change something. I'm hoping I won't be able to reassemble them probably tomorrow, but the day after I will reassemble the coils, put the coils back in. The computer will be in. I'll do that tomorrow, neaten everything up, put a couple of trims back in that I've had to remove, and the car should be ready to start, I'm guessing, by Saturday. So I'm really excited to start it up with the new injectors, all the new plugs. It's going to run like a completely different car. Hopefully, after doing all the PCV valve deletes and fixing all the vacuum leaks, and you know, the PCV valve wasn't shutting properly on the left hand side, so I'm hoping that was the smoking issue out of one exhaust. I've got my doubts. I think one of the turbos is toast, because I found a rag in the intercooler when I pulled everything apart. I'm thinking it's that turbo on the driver's side is it is not very good. I mean, it doesn't make noise or anything, but hey, it smokes. We'll find out. I'll do a video on it. I'll let it run. I'll let it come up to temperature. It was on idle only. It didn't smoke when I was putting my foot down. It only smoked when I went for a drive, come back, let the car sit there and idle for a minute. Basically, it's either a lifter or the turbo is leaking oil. Either. It is what it is. I don't really care. Wintertime, the motor's coming out. I'm going to have those turbos taken. I'm going to take them off, send them away to a place in Victoria. I'm going to have them high flowed, rebuilt, and sent back to me ceramic coated, new actuators, heavier springs. Turbos will be good for £20 each turbo once they're high flowed. Not that I'm going to run that much. £15, I'll be happy. But they'll be way more responsive. So have that done. Probably going to go forged internals, CP pistons, Eagle rods, standard that everyone pretty much does because they're pretty reasonable price. New, obviously, the ARP studs. Whack all those in, and you know the motor will be, it'll be good for what? Let's say 600 horsepower. If I can make 500 at the rears at the end of doing all this, I'll be happy. That's more than enough power. The car was quick anyway. So yeah, and I mean, at least it'll be reliable, so I'm not going to push it over the boundaries. Yeah, that's all coming though. It won't be long the way I'm not going to lie, I've only had this car 3 months, and the amount of stuff I've fixed and the amount of things I've done in this car in 3 months, I think is excellent progress. I mean, most people wouldn't accomplish what I've done in 3 months in a year, to be honest. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on it, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Well, this was part 2 of the first video. Got me Mercury. I've had quite a few of these. Whenever I make YouTube videos, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I drink some booze. Like, I enjoy making the videos when I've had a few cans. What can I say? I mean, I drink a bit of everything, so you know. Wild Turkey Rares. Do like the session ales, love them. Love the XPA Coopers. Just finished a Red Bull before to keep me going. I'm on the Mercuries tonight. You know, they're not a bad drop. I mean, they taste pretty similar to the other hard cider ones, but 8.2%. they get you rocking. Got Fresh FM cranking in the background. Someone commented, shout out to that guy, he commented and said be careful with music in the background because of copyright. But I figure, hey, it's only the radio. I mean, you know, I'm not playing CDs or anything. It's only in the background. I mean, it is what it is. So, like me music on when I'm doing stuff, keeps me going. It is now, what time is it? It's about 11 o'clock. So, 11 p.m. Yeah, to get late as usual. Yeah, so really chuffed. Damn compressor. Really chuffed with how this is. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this video. I'll do another video in the next, I don't know, day or so. Kill that. I'll do another video on the next day or so. Hopefully, I'll probably leave it until I start the car. And you know what? Just for excitement, I might not even start it without recording. I might literally, I may be cursing if it doesn't start, but I think I'm going to leave it and I'll make a video the first time I start it since I've done all this stuff to it. Fingers crossed for me, guys, that I've put everything back together right. There is a lot to these motors. Hopefully all the injectors are seated properly. They felt like they're seated properly, but you just don't know sometimes. Hopefully I put it all back together, turn the key, and it just fires and runs beautiful. Fingers crossed for me. I'm going to make a video on it. If it doesn't start, I'll still post it. But if I'm swearing a lot, well, you know, maybe don't listen. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.